Welcome again to another video that will help you, hopefully, in your research writing. This video in particular is specific to the matter of automating your table of contents. Let me tell you why you would want to do that. This table of contents has been done by hand. If I am writing on my problem description, for instance, I do not yet have a page number. So if after my introduction, problem description happens to be on page 6, then I should make sure all these dots are just right, and then it says 6. Microsoft Word has an issue with the lining up of dots sometimes, especially if you pull it up on two different computers, which is the case here. Additionally, if I have been told to add more content after I have numbered these pages, and I go back to my review of literature and say, there's really not enough information there. I've just come across 3 articles. I want to add some of the content that they've covered. I can go into the review of literature, start adding that content. Well, that suddenly shifts down all the page numbers below. They are all now changed. I have to go back and I have to change the numbers. So instead of having to do that, let me show you how we can do this in an automated manner. First of all, let's go here. Okay, here's our paper, which is by Taylor R. Taylor. Interesting name. And the faculty mentor or assist or chair is Dr. Charles Weber. Those are both fictitious names, as you probably already guessed. So the first thing we want to do is we want to insert the table of contents. A table of contents refers to the pages, correct? So, since it refers, then it's under the option References. When you select References, you see over to the far left, you see the option Table of Contents. The little arrow allows you to select what type. What is it going to look like? Now, personally, I'm not very selective on what it looks like. I just usually randomly pick one. Often it's the standard. So I'm a formal person, so I will stick with that. So let's go ahead and select it. And it's telling us that we are adding a table of contents, but there's nothing there. There are no table of contents entries that are found. Since they were already written out for us over here on this page, I'm going to take the information from here and I'll move it over to the next page. So let's put our abstract here. To quickly move to another page, I'm just going to insert a break. And on this one, let's go ahead and go for the section 1 introduction. 1:introduction. And then we have introduction, which will be written right under that. And then let's use our page break again to put in another part. Problem description someplace in here, someplace further down. And then on this page, we would put our background significance. And then go down a ways and put in our purpose. And let's insert another break. The PICO question and review of literature. And then further down, use review of literature, which usually goes for a number of pages. But again, we'll just insert another page break. Now we have to go back to the individual ones and work on them and change their style. Before we change the style, before we do anything in the table of contents part, we have to specify what these are. So go back to your home button, and right there we have our formatting. Everything that is a major header, such as this one, is referred to as header 1. This is header 2. Our topic is palliative care screening for heart failure patients. In the review of literature, you may have a third indentation, and that third item would be header 3. Those would all be specifics like details on heart failure, details on palliative care, details on screening for palliative care. Those would be the components within the review of literature. So you see heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 across here on the top. Abstract, however, was heading 2. In order for this to identify what goes where, then you make sure that you change these. So we can have that as heading 2, that's a heading 1. That introduction is a heading 2. Background significance is a heading 2. Purpose is heading 2. Review of literature is a heading 2. Section 2, theoretical frameworks, or the frameworks as was written here, is a heading 1. You probably have already identified and a little bit of an issue here, and that is they are all various sizes and various fonts. They are all to be size 12 if you're going to use Times New Roman. They are the color black. I did that so they will all look the same, other than you can make these bold in APA 7. For the purpose of this video, I will just be using Times New Roman. I have another video that will show you how to set up your own style so that you do not have to do what we're doing right now. In that video, I also describe what the various APA 7 fonts are that are newly allowed. What we do is we right click on it, update fields. And when I do update fields, look what I get. It has now given me page 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. And it has our sections broken down. For now, that is all there is in this video. Please do look at the other videos that offer the style settings so that you don't have to go through that process of changing every single one. Also, check out the videos that tell you the details on what are all of the allowed APA styles, such as font styles, and based on the style, some of them have to be a different size. Some are large by default, therefore they have to go to size 11 instead of 12. So check those out, and I hope this has been of help to you. Thank you.